Sawadee Krap and welcome to the second part of this vacation in Koh Samui. In this episode, we are going to sit down and talk to the owner of Laem Sor Beach Disc Golf and Acoustic Cafe. Let's go check it out, what he has to say.
Well, I'm Dave Laem. I created this golf course here, Laem Sor Beach Disc Golf, about 10 years ago exactly, in 2013. And it started from a friend of mine, Chris Vaughter from the Boat Bar, came over with some discs one day and said, "You should open a disc golf course here." And I was like, I always dreamed of having one target. And he's like, "I know where some are." And there were some that got abandoned in the jungle. And we went and excavated them with scorpions coming out the pipes and everything. Put up a 9-hole course, and then found out later that there was another disc golf course starting at exactly the same time that we weren't aware of each other. And so it's been 10 years of us competing with disc and competing with growing our courses, and that's why we became, I think, the hot spot in Southeast Asia. Just the amount of time that we've been doing it for so long. But I moved here from Seattle. I just finished naturopathic medical school in Seattle, and then took my certification for the state of Washington, and then came to Thailand. I got hired at a medical spa for the rich and famous, Thai royalty and international celebrities going to this place. And I worked there for a year, and then came here on vacation. That was a different location in Thailand. Fell in love with Samui, and then moved to Samui, worked at a similar resort, medical spa, and then I went out on my own basically and learned the language and opened my own acoustic cafe, which was the previous chapter before disc golf. It was making music and writing an album and building my own place right on the beach at the Grandfather Rock, which is kind of like a rock formation that's like a spiritual place for the Thais traditionally. And yeah, that was a whole nother chapter before I moved out here. So yeah, we built it with 10 years ago, and it's steadily grown and become what it is today. So we're the #1 rated 9-hole disc golf course in the world according to Disc Golf Course Review.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So we might not have like real professional tee pads. We just have the surface of the ground with coconuts marking the tee box and stuff like that. But it's because we don't own the land. We just I'm just a slave to the dream of playing disc golf, and I've been carving it out of the jungle with the permission of the multiple landowners, because they're making the course and their property look beautiful, and it's and now we're at the point that they're using it as a county fairgrounds this week for a traditional Thai shadow puppet festival that'll last 3 days. And there'll be all these traditional Thai foods being sold by the locals, and they do that on the golf course on hole 4, which is down by the beach, and the rest of the course becomes a parking lot, and it's a good time. So they've done it a trial run already, and this time they're going to do a improved version, I imagine.
These clips are now from 1 week later, and we can see the preparations were going fine. Those views, even during the daylight, look really nice, but on next episode I'm going to show you how the festival was during the night. But have you thought about, like, when they're going to have the festival, to do some kind of showcase of disc golf?
Yeah, the baskets will be there. They're definitely gonna notice the baskets, and I'm sure ask questions about it. And we're always out there throwing, regardless of their, you know, if they're having yeah, we show them what's up. They like to see it. We actually had a disc golfer from Cirque du Soleil who was an acrobat, and he started. I asked him if you could do some tumbling in front of one of the baskets on the beach, because they turn it into a sculpture of their traditional Thai kind of deity that they do the shadow puppet festival in honor of. It's a southern Thai deity. I don't know, I forgot what the name was.
But I saw, like, there's a lot of stuff already happening.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah. So they have another week to get everything together, and so they'll be building on the course, and we just step to the side and shoot around, and you know, make sure there's not any people in the way.
Yeah, that's safety is number one.
Yeah, safety first.
Yeah. So you built the first course 10 years ago. Has been there any, like, big obstacles in between when you were thinking, like, oh shoot, is this
obstacles?
Really happening? Yeah, let's say somebody maybe making too much noise, or, like, since I've heard it's Thailand after all, because, like, there's no public land, and that's, like, can be an issue sometimes.
Yeah, well, we haven't had any obstacles as far as the locals here, which has been great, because they've I think embraced what we're doing, because you know, we're not bothering anyone. We're cleaning up the land. We actually take care of the beach. We provide a trash can out there, and we move the trash from the beach to a place that it'll get taken away. And they see us doing the work. They see me doing the work, and my family. So it's been a slow process of just, you know, doing a good deed, and then people take notice, and I might not recognize them, but they know who I am, and it's nice when they say, I remember you, you know, like, so everyone's kind of related. It's a small island, you know, like, if you do something nice, it kind of ripples out, and I think that's why we haven't had any problems with the, you know, the locals. They're benefiting from it. I think at the beginning, they were like, what's this crazy guy doing cutting the grass? Like, they're not used to seeing that. After their resort started filling up, because we're on the most quiet side of the island, if you come to Samui and you want to be in the chill zone, this is the place to be. And that's why we can have, you know, a big wide area to, you know, stretch out the courses and make it, you know, good. We opened a par 4 for the tournament, and we got new land on the beach. So yeah, like, here's an example. I was cutting the grass on hole 1 in the middle of the day, something normally I don't do because it's hot, like, but I felt like doing it, so I was out there doing it. It needed to be done. I'm cutting the grass, and if I would have cut anywhere else, I wouldn't have been there when the owner just happened to drive by in the first time in like 10 years. So that's the first time I get to meet this guy, and he's seeing me cutting the grass. And then after we had this brief moment, we met and we were talking, and he ended up giving us, he liked what we were doing, and so he's like, if you can clean this up over here, you can use this over here. And it's like that new area. We put the hole 3 closer, like, to the beach, just in time for the tournament. And he actually had the backhoe go out there and clean it up and make piles. And so now I'm, like, taking care of that spot too. And more work for us, but it's everyone gets to enjoy it.
Since there has been no problems, I want to talk about 2017, of course, because that was a big year.
Yeah.
With the Aja Brownie and with the big names taking part. And How did that happen? Like, was it by accident, or was there kind of a story behind it?
2017. So we opened in 2013, but we didn't start doing a tournament until 2016. That was the first year. It was called the Heisen Brownie, and the first year it was like 30 of us locals, and then 2017 was the next year when the first pros ever came to Thailand, and that was the first one I talked to was Nico Castro, and as far as I know it, that was how it all started. And from there, Nico invited Barsby and Philo and Waisaki out here, and they came together the High Energy Tour, and showed up, and that was called the Legend of Laem Sor, that was the Heisen Bounty second annual, and it's pretty epic. It was like 30 people in the tournament, but these guys were there, and staying right there in the middle of the course at our old place, and it was a good vibe going on, 'cause it's such a small group of people. We had these Thai guys building these bamboo huts like in time for the tournament, and they were there a little early, and like so we had to all help move the huts into place, and that's where all the party was happening, and so it was nice. It was a good year. There's some good footage of that tournament on YouTube on our Laem Sor Beach Disc Golf home site, whatever, yeah, YouTube channel. So yeah, you can check out Ricky shredding the course back. We had 3 par 4s back then. We designed some holes specifically for him, and the one in particular became his favorite hole. And it was a 215 meter par 4 that never got eagled, so it was a challenge. But if on our YouTube site, you can see a guy named Martin Dorkin throw a forehand like 170 meters with a low canopy and a headwind, and then you can tell by the gallery's reaction of how it finished, because it was so far away it went out of sight, and then you can hear the gallery responding to how it was finishing. But it was like the most amazing shot for the tournament, and we got that on film with a lens that's like that long, looking all the way down, so you can see that shot. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Well, everybody has to check it out now.
Yeah, check out Ricky Waisaki, and then Philo and Nico, and they showed I think Pro Tour just shared a little excerpt from that, and they titled it Philo beats Nico.
Really?
And that was like, and I thought that wasn't really the headline was Philo beat Ricky, but that was like, but I guess Nico's a hot topic, so they put it like, but Nico was the first person, so shout out to Nico. You were the guy that started the whole, thing coming out here, and that was cool. I like him for that.
Yeah, everybody knows that basically after 2017-18, COVID happened, so let's not dive into it. Everybody already knows what happened with the COVID. It's like the same thing everywhere. Everything's shut down.
Yeah.
And let's just jump over it.
Yeah, it's a miracle that we're still here from COVID.
Let's talk about this year's Heisen Brownie. Like
this year's Heisen Brownie?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think you had like around 60 people playing.
Just about 59, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice to have people come back. I think most everyone that was here had just
played before?
Just,
You mean like everybody played before?
No, there was old friends and new friends, and I think everyone just really was grateful to be here, and like it was like first time back, and people could play together again, and it was nice. 59 people. It's good. Tommy Lehtinen took it down again. He won last year as well.
So he's the guy to beat here.
Yeah.
So we're going to invite every pros.
Shout out to Tommy.
Year. Yeah, shout out. And all the pros.
Tommy the champ.
Beat Tommy next year.
And he's got a YouTube channel, and he promotes Thailand disc golf in Finnish as well. So that's kind of a cool thing. Check him out.
Yeah, I actually saw that video.
Yeah, yeah. He made a video recently, and yeah. And
everything what we see here, to understand correctly, everything is built by hand.
Yeah, yeah. We like our old clubhouse used to be handcrafted, you know, with hardwood, Thai construction clubhouse that was in the middle of the course. But since COVID happened and our landlord foreclosed on his loan, the bank took over the property and made us move out because we were paying rent to him. And so luckily we had this place as a backup. We used to rent it out to disc golfers cheap, you know. Yeah, 800 baht a night. You could stay here and you have a sea view of the island and lots of space. And so it ended up turning out to be perfect little backup for us to keep running the course and holding on until people could come back. And they did. So that was nice. It was a good time. Thank you to everyone that pre-registered for the Heisman Brownie. It helped us get through the home stretch of the economic sanctions, because we depend on people coming here and playing and being able to travel, and you know, we're Destination Disc Golf. So Instagram, #Destination Disc Golf, and you'll find us there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit itchy to go on the course and check it out, what holes you have. But before we go,
gotta throw. Yeah.
We see the T-shirt in the background,
yeah,
and we have the discs with a really cool stamp. If there's anybody watching and wants those discs, is it possible to ship them?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
Yeah. They can find us on discgolfthailand.com. There's my website and phone number and email, and Diggity Music is my email at Gmail. But yeah, if you guys want a disc, or send me a message, that would be cool. Yeah. Or definitely come out to next year's Heisman Brownie and then get a player's pack.
Yeah, that's the easiest ways to get it.
Yeah, play in the tournament and get your souvenir all wrapped up with a great experience.
In order to get to the course, you have to exit the clubhouse from the gate, follow this road towards back to the big road. Yes, but that's the way it is, sadly. Turn left in the first intersection and you are already seeing the baskets, and just go to hole 1 from there. Hole 1 of Laem Sor Beach Disc Golf. It's really easy to find, just follow the road like I already showed you. The clubhouse is just over that direction. It's just a couple of minutes of walk, but let's give it to Dave and let him explain what we have here.
All right, hole 1, 64 meters, sponsored by Momentum Disc, Thor Wahlgren from Sweden. Hope you're doing well, Thor. I didn't bring any shoes. I'm doing this barefooted, so let's see what we can...
Thai style.
What we can do. Oh, hit the tree. Need a mulligan. There you go, Benji. That's how you do it. Good shot.
Yep.
Hole number 2, 83 meters, par 3, sponsored by Unicorn. Philip, our friend in Germany, in Berlin. How's it going, Philip? We appreciate your sponsorship.
And what are you trying to aim?
The cool thing about this hole is there's a hyzer line, there's a flex line, there's a straight line, and then there's the turnover line. But if you go to our YouTube site, you'll see me ace it with a backhand. So I want to try to get the forehand. No, came out a little bit early too. Yeah, there's the smooth hyzer line. Nice shot.
Ah, no.
This is hole 3. It says 90 meters, but it's more like 90 paces. I know it's 90 paces because I paced it out. So it's probably about, I don't know, 75. And this is sponsored by Discgolf Fränkische Schweiz, another friend from Germany, Thomas Mel. Thank you, Thomas, for sponsoring hole 3.
Already in the very next day, there was a cleanup crew cleaning up hole 3, and this hole is going to look so gorgeous next year when the nature comes a little bit back.
For everyone back home listening, I'm just tongue in cheek right there. This is normally clear, but they're doing the Shadow Puppet Festival here this weekend. They're setting up with the bamboo. It's gonna be really cool. It's all gonna be designed in a certain way for to catch the eye. Kind of like me as a disc golfer designing this course, and then now they're kind of like putting the icing on the cake in their own way to make it theirs, that's cool, you know. But part of me feels like the stunt man, you know, with all the bruises and scrapes, and then like anyway. But I love it that they're gonna own it, because I don't own it. Anyway, this is 95 meters. Hole 4, par 3, sponsored by the Boat Bar. That's Kevin Foster is running that place with Chris Vodder, who I mentioned was one of the original OG disc throwers here. So shout out to the Boat Bar. They sponsor 2 holes, hole 4 and hole 6. So it's nice, beautiful, open, slightly elevated basket, so it gets sketchy in the headwind when there's in January when we have the Heisen brownie. So it's not as easy as it might seem. But today we're gonna step aside. Oh, these guys want to see us throw. I didn't bring the disc I wanted to throw. Oh, so I'm gonna
Let's go to the side.
I'll throw this Roadrunner and see what happens. Just like do a turnover shot just for around their structure. See. All right. Wish me luck. Let's see what I can do.
Wish you luck.
All right, ready? Let's have a roller. Okay, now roll up the basket and jump in. Come on, come on, come on. Oh! It rolled around the basket.
So do we have a roller birdie?
Roller birdie, let's see if I can pull it off. Oh, didn't get it up enough. Hold on a second. There you go.
So guys, we have to stop today. Like you can see, the sun is going down, but luckily we have this kind of view. It's a $1 million view, let's be honest. And we're going to continue tomorrow. So guys, now we have tomorrow. Like you can see, it's so much more bright. We have some little fans running around, which is always cool. We still have the gorgeous view. Like you can't get enough from it. It's a really nice place. You play around and you take a deeper swim to cool down, because it's during the day it's very hot. And let's continue with hole 5.
Okay,
let's do it.
Yeah. Hey guys out there, good morning. We're back. This is hole 5. This is our first par 4. It's about 135 meters, a little bit uphill. Sponsored by Trevor from the Bar Cycle. Shout out to Trevor and his support for this hole. Yeah, we got a nice tailwind coming through, so we're gonna have to, there's a couple lines you can take. You see there's a Mando tree that you have to go to the left of over here, and then you have a gap if you want to get brave and shoot through the gap, but that's the closest line to the basket. I'm gonna throw 2 shots here with Tarvo. We'll take the forehand. This is my first shot of the day. You know, I'm 50 years old, so let's see if I'm loose enough to rock one of these forehands real quick. Let the tourists drive by first. All right. I'm gonna try to keep it low. We got a tailwind. Gotta make that Mando. Oh yeah. Now we'll shoot the gap. Okay. Nice shot. That'll play.
Yeah.
So when you're on this par 4, you want to basically land up in this area that we have for your approach shot. Look, Tarvo landed over here. It's perfect distance for us birdie. My shot through the gap is just about the same distance. It can be tricky in the tailwind, and it's a little bit elevated. So my first shot actually is down there by the tree looking at the eagle. It skipped at the end, and it was a good shot in the tailwind.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's do this. Oh no, just a little low. Okay, I gotta at least try to get this with, I got 2 practice shots here. Gotta get it up. And that tailwind. Oh yeah!
Eagle!
Well, not an official one, but close enough.
Hole 6, 72 meters, downhill, through the gap, through the basket. The road is OB, the water down here is OB, but...
And the barbed wire fence behind the basket.
Yeah, true, on the left.
Sponsored by the Boat Bar.
But that is what came to play for me all the time. That's why I'm throwing now the berg, and let's see what happens.
There you go. Bird's gonna slide up there nicely. Nice shot.
That's a pass.
All right, shout out to Foster and Chris at the Boat Bar for their sponsorship for the 2 holes.
And now we have Benji showing us a trick shot.
You spill it? Nice shot, Benji. Nice berg. Nice putt.
Ah, that's true, star frame.
Star frame. Hole 7. Sponsored by Frisbee Davari. That's Ville and Pilvi from Finland. Thanks a lot for your support for this hole. The short position is right there on that hill. If you watch Simon Lazat's video blog of him playing KC White's home course, you'll see the shot of the day at the end is hitting that ace on this hole at that position. So the new position is up on the hill. This used to be a par 4. That's kind of where Ricky Wysocki would land his backhand roller eagles. If you watch that footage, that's on our YouTube channel as well. But now it's a little elevated. It's 88 meters, slightly uphill. We still got this tailwind. Really tight gap to shoot through. You either got the ante line or you got the forehand straight to the basket. There you go, that'll play. What do you think about that? Nice putt.
Hole 8, 90 meters, straight down to the fairway, and once again we have a tunnel. We have OB on the left, which we call the wall. It's you don't want to throw over there. And we have the road as an OB as well. You don't want to go to the right side, which is also a fairway for hole 7, but it doesn't play as an OB, but still has the river over there. You don't want to lose your disc.
Okay, I made the gap and it's on the green. All right, here we are on the final hole, 9. 88 meters, sponsored by Frisbee Divari, our friends Ville and Pilvi from Finland. We have a Mando left on that tree right there. It separates our par 4 from this hole. You have a pond that's dried up at the moment, but during the Heisen Brownie, it usually has water in it, so that becomes a factor. And then we have the OB road in the back. We have quite a significant headwind coming in, so it's a perfect final hole. All right, Calvin. Let's do this for Calvin. Calvin, you got to come to Thailand. You'll never be the same, man. Ready? Yes, come on, do it.
Park it, park it.
Oh, yes, Calvin. Closing in on the final hole here. I want to thank all our sponsors, Frisbee Divari, Boat Bar, Bar Cycle, Frankenschweiss from Germany, and Unicorn, Philip from Germany as well. Thank you guys for out there watching. You can find really good disc golf content on our Destination Disc Golf Instagram, or Laem Sor Beach Disc Golf on Facebook, and our YouTube channel. You can find us there as well. Laem Sor Beach Acoustic Cafe and Disc Golf.
Before you go, thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Follow me in Instagram, on TikTok, and support me on Patreon. Have a beautiful day. This was Disc Golf Express, and see you next time.